Hey, I'm Myers, and I tried doing this video last night, but I fucked it up where there wasn't any sound to it. But anyways, reshooting it. Apologize, Daniel. So I want to talk about Indonesian Junk. I don't know if, they're from Wisconsin, and which is one state away, and but there's something about Wisconsin bands that just fucking rock. And I love Reverend Norb's bands. Boris the Sprinkler is amazing. If you don't have it, please do yourself a favor and try to find Boris the Sprinkler Suck, because it's just a fucking great album. And anyways, but I want to talk about Indonesian Junk. And I don't know how I stumbled across them several years ago, but they just kind of a real solid workhorse band. The thing about Indonesian Junk is you're not going to get something real flash or real innovative, but it's just solid song after song after song. It's just solid workhorse, great band. And great fucking songs. And not just on this album, but I've also got another one of their albums and a few of their 45s, and 45 from their frontman Daniel James, his thing, the Daniel James Gang. But anyways, let's talk about this one. So here's your front cover. We got it pulled out of the poly for you. And here's your back cover. So obviously song titles up here, band photo, credits down here. It is out on Rumbar Records, and back when Rumbar used to do vinyl. Now Rumbar is focusing strictly on CDs, which is fine because we've come to an agreement with a lot of the bands on that Rumbar is doing CDs with. That Sioux, my record label Sioux, is doing the vinyl, and because we're interested in a lot of the same sort of bands. I'm into punk and roll music, and that's just, I'm into punk and roll. So if there's room for overlap there for Rumbar to do CDs and us to do the vinyl, great. Love that album, or love that label, and everybody who works with them. A lot of great music has come out on Rumbar. And that being said, my label Sioux is always looking for collabs with, overseas labels. The problem right now we have with a lot of import stuff is shipping. Shipping is just a fucking killer as far as, if you want a record out of Europe, the record would cost you, I'm just ballparking, but the record's going to cost you like $20 like it does here. However, the shipping is about $25-$30, and which most people can't justify doing that. And so I look for collabs whenever possible with labels like Heavy Medication out of Poland, and work with a few different labels there. Dragster Pride out of Estonia, and love our collaboration with her friends over in Spain. So we we do what we can to, but there's a lot of us doing this. I mean, what my label Sioux does is really no different than what like Teddy Spaghetti does at Spaghetti Town Records, or at oh shit, I can't think of the name of the label and distro out of Cleveland. Deadbeat Records out of Cleveland. Does a lot of the same sort of stuff that we're trying to do. Deadbeat's been at it a long time, and it is great at finding obscure punk rock and shit. Love finding collabs. But I want to get back to Indonesian Junk. This is a great fucking record. The record itself, I mean, there's no inserts here. Just pretty basic, plain black record. Black, white, and gray center label. Nothing spectacular there. But, it's a solid fucking record. I dig it. The name obviously comes from a reference in Cheap Trick song, Surrender. And Cheap Trick's a workhorse band. Cheap Trick was never, never really like the, most spectacular, or, I mean, like when you hear people talk about bands, like you hear about Zeppelin and Kiss or whatever, but like Cheap Trick, they were up there, but, not, not revered. And I think Kiss was revered more for the stage show than the music. And, Led Zeppelin, I never saw a Led Zeppelin show, but as far as I understand, the records were great, but, Jimmy Page's playing was kind of lackluster on stage, but I don't know. However, like Cheap Trick was always just one of those solid workhorses. They just fucking hung in there, where song after song, record after record, they were great, until the mid '80s or so, and anyways, that's kind of what these guys do is just grind out great 45s and records here and there, and I dig them. There's not, can't say that there's something, there's a record I don't like from them, and so that's one thing that I really appreciate about Indonesian Junk is the consistency. There's a lot of fucking records out there from a lot of different artists where, you have one great song and then you want to skip the next three, or, it's, you can listen to the A side of the record, but the B side, you don't want to put the needle down on or whatever. And, the consistency that you hear out of Indonesian Junk is pretty fucking amazing. So that being said, I'll put a link in the description of where you can find it on their Bandcamp. I don't know if they have vinyl copies of this left on their Bandcamp, but get you in the right direction of where you can find some of their merch, and even doing the digital downloads. Support these bands. Supporting bands is important, and so. Anyways, the song I'm going to play for you is first song off the first side here. It's called I Would Never Treat You Like That, and hope you dig it. Coolest girl in the world. I don't know why you let him, why you let him, why you let him, why you let him treat you like dirt. I never, 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 never. I never, 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 never. I lie alone in my bed crying all night, 'cause I wish that you were here with me. I don't know why you love him when he's out all night and it teaches so call me. I never, 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 never.
never, 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 never.